Well, hello. Today I am going to be making Grinch pancakes. Basically, I pre-make a whole bunch of pancakes and then I hide spinach in them and some other things. And they're green. So my 3 and 5-year-old have dubbed them Grinch pancakes. And I like to make a large batch and then I freeze them lined between wax paper or parchment paper so that I can pop them out on a busy morning and throw them in the microwave for a minute, put a little bit of maple syrup on it, and they can start their day with something that's going to keep them full for a long time, a little extra goodness in them. And so here we go. I like to start with usually the blender. My kids don't do chunks, and sometimes the food processor leaves it a little more grainy, and they prefer it where it's just kind of seamless hidden in. So, bought my pre-washed baby spinach because I'm a busy lady. Who has time for that? And like most things in life, since I sort of just made this up, I don't really measure. I just kind of pop it all in. I use, depending on the batch I'm making, half, maybe a little over half of the baby spinach, and this just happens to be a 6 ounce. Sometimes I'll use the whole bag. It just depends on my mood for the day. And majority of the time, I do happen to use applesauce because apple is a great way to kind of hide some of that flavor. I've even done it before when I just had some leftover apple juice I needed to use up. Today I happen to have a banana. Look, it's looking pretty sad. And there's just one, so it's not like I can make muffins or something. So we are going to throw banana inside. If I don't make a mess first. And then I'll put a little water and blend it all up. And I will be back in a second because I'm sure you do not want to be hearing that. So, silly me, you're probably going to want to see how much water I put in. So, I just sort of eyeball it. Because I can always add more. I've been guilty of the put more water. Oh, it's too much. Put more pancake batter. Oh, that's too much. Game quite a few times. All right, so now I'm going to blend it. Okay, so I had added probably about 1.5 cups of water, and it filled it up to, just shy of 3 cups of liquid. And that's just banana and spinach. I haven't added anything else. So, next, I grab, let's see, for the water ratio, 2 cups is about 1 1/3. So I'm going to add about 4 cups of the pancake mix. And then dump in my completely liquefied banana and spinach. And then I will show you some other add-ins that I do here in a second. Okay, so I moved this over to where you can see a little bit better. And I'm using Krusteaz. I've used Snoqualmie Falls. I've used some protein pancake blends. And I'm just going to add the 2 cups, or I'm sorry, not 2 cups, 4 cups of pancake batter. And then I like to give a little bit of protein boost even when I am using just regular pancake mix. This stuff, I don't know if you can see that, is amazing. I put it in all sorts of things that I bake or smoothies, whatever. No flavor at all. And it does not have that weird texture you get when you try and put other protein powders in food, which is really nice because, you know, texture matters. And let's see, 3 scoops adds an additional like 16 grams of protein. And, you know, who doesn't love a little bit of extra in your food? So, as I try not to make a mess. So, I just put in, usually I just do the 3 scoops, because I'm not trying to be like super overzealous. I'm just trying to, you know, make pancakes just a little bit healthier. And then I just whisk that in so it's just sort of combined into the batter a little better. And then my kids love cinnamon in their pancakes. So, like all things, add the taste. I've also been known, which I will probably do, is I'll throw in a couple eggs. I just think, you know, makes it nice. All right, and our banana smelling spinach. I think I'm actually going to switch from the whisk just to a spatula so I don't overwork the batter. See if I think I'm going to need any more liquid. Yeah, I am going to need a little bit more. We like our batter a little more on the runny side. And oftentimes I'll put in a little vanilla, just a splash or 2. Oh, I think the mailman's here. Okay. Pour just a little more water in. One second. Apparently there's a package. Sorry about that. My son is graduating into a bigger high back booster seat. So, egg. I am excited for spring to get here and the lady in the small town where we live that we buy eggs from to start selling them again. There is nothing better than just farm fresh eggs. But she stopped for the winter. So I switched back to the whisk just for the egg. And because it was not really wanting to mix nice to get the new water mixed in, which I'm going to add a little more of. I just add until I think I've got enough. The protein powder kind of, you know, makes it a little on the thicker side, so. All right. That looks pretty good to me. Still got some lumps, so I know I haven't overdone my batter. Now I'm going to go preheat my griddle. All right, so I've now got my griddle preheated to about 350. I just use 1/4 of a cup or so measuring spoon. In case I didn't show you, this is what my batter's like. I mean, it's kind of thick because it's sat a few minutes now, but you can also make it thinner if you like. And then I just sort of plop it out. Yeah, usually my batter's a bit thinner, so after I get these on, I might actually add a little more liquid just to be on the safe side. Now, my dad, when I grew up, made pancakes with batter even thicker than this. It was more like cake pancakes rather than a thinner pancake. All right, then I grab a little dish above me to set this on since I'm going to whisk some more water in. Just a wee bit. Start with that. Just use a fork. Oh yeah, that is way better. I don't know if you can see much more runny, just how we like it. All right, we got these just cooking up nice and bubbly. Killing some time. It's a beautiful sunny day here. And it's going to be 60, which is not bad for March, I've got to say. So we plan on finishing up, cleaning up some garden beds and getting ready for our new season of planting. I'm going to transplant some rhubarb because it overtook one of my largest garden beds. Try and contain him up a little bit. I was digging him out yesterday and I could not believe how huge the roots are. I was a little shocked, and it had only been planted there maybe 2 years worth. So that was pretty cool. Bubble away, my beautiful pancakes. Bubble away. The nice thing with this electric griddle is I don't even have to pre-oil or pre-butter. I do sometimes, but for the most part, this thing is just like amazing. I've gotten bubbles kind of everywhere. I'm a little impatient, so let's just go ahead and flip one. Ah, perfect. I mean, it doesn't get any more beautiful than that. And I am going to finish up the rest of this pan. And then I will show you how I just store them in a little bit. So, as you can see, this batch happened to make about 27, and then this sort of like half little guy. And I just put them all up on a sheet pan. Let's see if I can move this with showing you. Just like on my sheet pan, just to cool off. And here's this guy. I'll go ahead and just eat him because, yeah, delicious. So I got my little leftover smaller pancake. A little bit of syrup. Oh man, if I'm feeling really generous. Peanut butter. If you've never had peanut butter on a pancake, let me tell you, here's up close. It's exactly like a normal pancake is, but healthier. And, sorry, I have to have one more bite. That is so good. They still need to cool. If you're really lucky, then you have a great big giant freezer. If you can have the space to do them on a single layer instead of piled up like this, you could just flash freeze them that way in your freezer. I don't have that kind of space, so I let them sit here, get completely cooled so that they, don't end up sticking to one another. And then I really love this. Ziploc comes out with these, I don't know if you can see how huge these are. Giant, crazy, giant size Ziplocs. Since I make, 27 to 30 of these at a time, I found that this size works perfect. I've also done it where I had to use multiple bags of just the gallon size. And you can use tin foil or parchment paper, whatever. When you go to layer them in to this bag, you'll just want to make sure you have something in between them, even if they are completely cooled. Otherwise, they tend to just stick together. And then you got to try and break them apart when they're from the freezer. So I'll just kind of show you and then take it back out to cool. I'm going to just use the piece of tin foil that I happen to have out. So I would get my Ziploc all up, layer in, obviously, my cooled off pancakes in a completely single layer. And then after I filled up that whole layer, it doesn't have to cover every inch. I just take like a flip. And then I stay with the tin foil. I don't know if you're into reusing it, but you easily could because it's in the freezer. It's not like it's breathing any germs. Lay it on top. Then you could do 3 more across. They're not going to stick to the ones below them that way. You're also minimizing how many layers of stuff you got to use. And you just keep going until you've used up all your pancake layers. Put them in the freezer. I do try to put it a little bit on the flat side when I put it in the freezer until they've completely frozen. After that, all bets are off. It just gets tossed in whichever way I can make it fit. So, thanks for coming and for making some Grinch pancakes with me today. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.